everyone, and welcome to Boss Advisory. Today we're going to talk about 5 habits that keep you poor. Have you ever viewed the balance of your bank account and wondered, how did it got there? Do you ever ponder where all of your hard-earned money disappears each month? You always appear to have just enough. Or have you ever encountered a humiliating circumstance where your card was declined? In order to help you avoid these blunders and achieve financial success in your life, I'll discuss with you 5 behaviors that keep you poor in this video. Habit number 1. Using credit cards. Overusing your credit card, or in some circumstances, credit cards, is the first bad habit that keeps you poor. Whether you like them or not, credit cards are a reality of modern finance. They make spending simple and allow you to purchase items that you otherwise would not have been able to. It is hardly surprising that Americans have over $1 trillion in credit card debts as of 2019. Our economy depends heavily on credit. Advertising that encourages us to open our wallets and spend money that we do not have is always present in our daily lives. It is understandable why so many individuals are constrained by credit. According to recent research, the average American family owes $16,000 or so on credit cards. Having a credit card is an excellent idea. They are tremendously helpful in times of need, but they also give you the false impression that you have more money than you actually have, which encourages spending. You must have a decent rule of thumb to always carry cash when shopping. Cash is always king when it comes to wise spending. Never spend more money than you have available. Second, even when it comes to their own money, people are by nature egotistical. So when you go shopping with cash, take advantage of this. We have a tendency to be much more frugal and prudent with our money since we dislike giving more or spending cash. Habit number 2. Spontaneous shopping. Yep, all of us have been there. I recently caught myself impulsively adding unnecessary items to my shopping basket while performing my usual grocery shopping. For instance, I saw a few excellent deals at my neighborhood supermarket's food and grocery aisles on goods that weren't on my shopping list. But I still brought them because the prices were so low. This ploy that businesses have forced upon us has resulted in many people becoming victims. According to a study by sleekdeals.net, on 2,000 American customers, monthly spontaneous spending amounts to $450 and annual spending amounts to $5,400 on average. Making decisions on the spur of the moment typically results in buyer's remorse because most of these impulse purchases are made for goods and groceries, apparel, homes, and other items. When you later check around your home, you'll probably discover a ton of items that you seldom ever use. For instance, the gym equipment in your garage, the kitchen appliances, the clothing in your closet, and many others. This raises the topic of why you make hasty purchases of goods you don't actually need. The truth is that your unconscious mind frequently influences your purchasing decisions. There is no avoiding it. Your mind starts screaming at you to purchase something as soon as possible before it's too late or the product runs out the instant you find a wonderful price. This occurs each time you find a great offer, and manufacturers and retailers then use this to their advantage to upsell you. Always having a shopping list with you when you go shopping is a good rule of thumb. Think of it as a rule that you should abide by. Cash is also king. Keep your credit card at home unless you have to. Finally, don't oppose nature. You'll never win. Avoid shopping for good when you're hungry. Leaving with a full stomach is a habit. Habit number 3. Not setting a budget. Every year, humans are infamously awful at this. Numerous groups, including businesses, governments, sports teams, and schools, have yearly expenditure goals. It is only humans who don't do this for themselves. By reducing expenses and defining goals and limits, Budgeting is a strong and effective strategy to get your money under control. You will have a far better knowledge of how to manage and invest your money if you can plainly see how much money is coming in and going out. You may prioritize your spending and direct your funds towards the things that are most important to you by using a budget. It will be clear exactly how much money you will have or not have at the end of each month if you create a budget and conduct a financial audit of yourself. Additionally, it will help you become aware of any areas where you might be overspending. Unfortunately, many people fail to do this, which frequently leads to them overpaying and getting into trouble. Habit number 4, not investing. We were all raised to believe that living a frugal life was the path to wealth and prosperity. We try to save as much as we can and will rely on our retirement funds. Saving money is a terrific habit to get into, and is crucial to building wealth. Sadly, for most people, this is where their journey comes to an end. You can never accumulate substantial wealth from solely saving. You must put money aside. I prefer to see each dollar as a tiny employee who is striving to make as much money as they can for me. This is essentially the idea behind. Invest your money in things that earn more money, such as stocks, rental properties, bonds, and even a side hustle company, rather than buying goods that depreciate and will eventually wind up in a landfill, such as vehicles, electronics, or fancy clothing. Your assets will provide a consistent stream of income thanks to compound interest, and by investing that revenue, it will generate even more income. You will eventually be able to live off of the income from these passive income streams without having to work a 9-to-5 job. Habit number 5, not keeping track of your spending. This complements habit number 3, budgeting. A major financial eye-opener that can genuinely alter your life is keeping track of your spending and understanding where your money is going. Imagine being able to track every single dollar you have ever earned. Imagine being able to identify exactly where your most recent paycheck was spent. Imagine having access to all of this knowledge. I never used to record my spending. To be honest, I found it challenging and rather boring. It takes a strong person to keep track of every single purchase you make in a day. But one day, when I was making my customary withdrawal from the ATM, I realized that my account was almost at $0. I was stunned and surprised since I didn't know where all of my money had disappeared to. I questioned whether my money had somehow developed legs and fled. Where it had all vanished, I was unable to explain. I therefore made the decision to try this tracking thing out of need. I was astounded at the outcomes. I used to keep a running tally of my spending each night before I went to sleep. After 2 weeks, I began to see a pattern. I came to the realization that I was wasting money on things that were utterly unnecessary. I became aware of how much money I was spending on takeout and eating out. I also realized how much money I wasted on clothes, shopping, online subscription services that I seldom ever use, and numerous other things. In any case, you should definitely start keeping track of your spending. I must emphasize this. This one small habit has the power to completely alter you. Thank you guys so much for watching Boss Advisory, and if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up, and turn on the bell so you get notified on every new incredible content we make for you. Have a wonderful day, and see you on the next one.